Perfect. Can you hear me? You can already hear me.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. You know, I think it's starting about 30, 45 seconds. Let some people trickle in here.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Summer League is here. Not Salt Lake
Finally.
City. Not. It was in San Francisco this year. It was in Sacramento for the first time in a while. Wow.
Yeah. We had the California Classic. We got SLC. We have Las Vegas.
You know what's crazy?
It's
You know
glorious.
what's crazy?
What's that?
Sacramento fans pretty much sell out their arena for Summer League every year. And when I say sell out, it's nowhere near sold out. But they pack it pretty well. And then literally they shut off fans from coming because nobody showed up to the Golden State Arena this year after the first few games. I thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
So they may already screwed it up before we even got it started. So
incredible.
Right.
What's up, you guys?
So we're talking Summer League. We're talking Jeremy Sohan, Joe Wieskamp news. Your guys' thoughts, expectations, hopes, dreams, nightmares for Summer League for the Spurs. I know we've got one speaker up and ready to go. So what do you got for us?
Oh, he's going to Vegas. What's up, Eloy?
I'm actually in Minneapolis right now, connecting. I can't talk long, but I'm about to head to Vegas tonight and go to the game tomorrow. So
Very nice.
I'm on an airplane right now, just landed in Minneapolis. So I'd say, what's up?
You excited? You're going to see the Spurs tomorrow? How many games are you going to go see?
Yeah, I'm going to go see I think I'm playing the Cavs tomorrow. Getting tickets tonight for general admission. Just go check it out. It's the second time. I did the Salt Lake City Summer League about 5 years ago. My brother's first time doing the Vegas.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hit that up, hit a little bit of World Series of Poker. Just spend a couple days out there. Should be fun.
Definitely, man. Enjoy your time out there. Be safe. Don't do anything we wouldn't do. Okay.
There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't do for what it's worth.
Same. Believe it or not, same. Eloy, man, you be safe out there. All right. Post a lot of pictures if you can.
We'll do. Appreciate you guys. I'll see if you guys are on Spaces.
Tag the hell out of Evan.
Please, I'm ready.
If you guys are on Spaces, I'll try to jump on when I'm out there.
Have a good one, guys. For sure. You as well, man. Thank you. Bringing up to various right now if you'll connect. Yeah, there's a lot of people from Spurs Twitter out there representing in Vegas. So if you guys are there, post some pictures. Love to see what you guys are up to. Tavarius, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's good? Hey, now that Sohan is out, who should we be taking a look at besides the regulars, the rookies? Who else should we be taking a look at?
Dominick Barlow. It is a test of a test of a test. This dude is playing against 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds on like JV level talent in OTE. And now you mean to tell me this dude was supposed to be like a second round guy, goes undrafted, and now the guy that was ahead of you in the depth chart is now out, and now you're going against NBA fringe level talent, G League level talent. All the eyes are on him. The Spurs may not even win a G League or not even a G League game, a summer league game this year. This is the summer. They really probably won't. So ideally, I don't know, man. But Don Barlow is going to have a really, really good opportunity to showcase what his skills are. He's the Greg Brown, John Collins slashing forward. Can't really put the ball on the floor, but he can finish at the rim. He can even step back and shoot a little bit. So yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of him.
Definitely a chance to show that his shot has gotten more consistent between the end of the OTE season and Summer League. You hope that he's shooting somewhere in the 35-37% range from three, and just making good decisions. Really, I think is what it's going to come down to for him. There's all the offensive stuff, and with the Spurs, they're always going to be looking at what guys do on defense. So, you gotta see how well he plays against other forwards, potentially threes, potentially fours, maybe a small ball five here and there. If they ever had the chance, I actually would really love to see how he plays against Kenny Lofton Jr. because that dude bullied Chet Holmgren. I think it was last night. So many memes from from the way Chet Holmgren was able to not play defense against that guy, which I think is hilarious. But Dom Barlow, one guy. Obviously, the rookies who are coming in, Malachi Branham and Blake Wesley, both those guys should get a ton of run. So we'll have to see how that first game looks tomorrow night.
And I'm just glad Evan Mobley isn't playing. I don't know what it is about these rookies. I know it sounds crazy because he was a rookie their candidate. But all of them except for Jalen Green were trying to really play. Kate Cunningham just pulled out. Scotty Barnes was talking about like he was doing it. Evan Mobley was like, don't even worry about it. So I'm glad we don't have to worry about him because we would be facing them.
Yeah, those
very
guys
good.
are those guys are way too good to be playing summer league at this point. Which it's kind of the opposite of what happened with Andre Drummond. I remember he played summer league both years, his rookie year and his second year. I think it was just because he wanted the reps that he basically wanted to feel good and dominate dudes. I actually watched him in person at Orlando, and it was just so funny to me. He's like, if he wasn't this huge 6'11" guy who walked into the gym, he would just be some regular dude walking into the gym with a bucket hat, and you're like, who is this guy? And, and he walks in and then he just steps on that court and he's dominating all these like fringe league, G League rookie guys. I'm like, why are you out here like this? This doesn't do you any good. Like I'm wondering how many of those guys are going to be out here playing during summer league. I mean, Evan, do you have any candidates for any of those guys? Like, is there a guy you're looking at and you're thinking they're playing summer league? Why are they bothering with this?
Man, at this point, Killian Hayes, bro, this is your third year in the league. You're still in the summer league, but granted, he just has something to prove. He has a major chip on his shoulder. Detroit was really going to run out there with their whole unit, damn near with Isaiah Stewart, all of them, second year, third year guys, really just to build some chemistry because they're going to have a lot of fun up there. I don't really have anyone else on top of my head that shouldn't be. Maybe Nico can think of some. We're going to bring him up on stage, but I don't know, man. I'm still really bummed out Jeremy Sohan isn't playing. And granted, he's probably out of shape, hasn't practiced in a while, has no chemistry with the team. I saw a lot of people not saying get mad, but had their opinions fell across social media. And pretty much, if you're the Spurs, you don't want your number one, well, he's not the number one, the top pick looking bad in any certain type of way. You don't want this dude missing reads, looking like he's confused on defense, offense, anything. So I think they're doing really well with holding him back, especially and even Joe. Joe was in Las Vegas walking around the Aces game with a boot on, apparently out of nowhere. I was like, what? What is going on? So.
Yeah, that was Joe Wieskamp in a boot. I think they said it was purely precautionary, so nothing too serious to be concerned about. For those who don't know, Jeremy Sohan was in health and safety protocols for COVID. He's out now. The Spurs not allowing him to play in Summer League. They're, like Evan mentioned, they're probably protecting him a little bit. There's probably a conditioning issue there. And if it's summer league, it's not worth potentially getting your number 9 pick hurt. It's not worth him going out there potentially losing confidence because he's trying to play, without having conditioned probably the last 2-ish weeks, and without having played with other guys he's going to play with. So, like Evan said, makes complete sense. Everybody, there's no need to get up in arms about it. This is fairly standard protocol at this point. You're going to have to settle for preseason and then regular season games from him, or whatever workout videos you get. That's going to be the extent of what we see from him this summer, I believe. So everybody chill out. Let the man be. Just get excited for Branham and Wesley and see if they can actually play together. See if the Spurs roll out like a really super small lineup at some point. Just say, good luck guarding everybody, but let's see how much firepower we have on offense. Roll out Primo with Branham and Blake Wesley, and throw out maybe Dominick Barlow as your small ball 5, Jordan Hall. Just see what happens. Just let's get weird, right? It's Las Vegas. What do we have to lose?
Hey, Are we gonna talk about if we're talking about people who played in summer league and didn't need to? You can't go without mentioning Austin Day.
Austin Day, the
See,
artist. Hold on. How many different former names does he have? Am I
I
think? No, am
can't.
I thinking of the right guy?
I think I probably need to look it up. He played for us. We traded him, and what else? I think we traded him for Nando DiColo.
Those were good times. Much simpler times.
Yeah, but I think Austin Day scored like he was a bucket. 6'10", could handle the ball. Always got 10+ rebounds in every summer league game. He was dropping 20 like it's nothing. Gets to real NBA games and give you a
Could
good 7 and
Yeah,
3.
he
Couldn't do it.
struggled.
Yeah, I think I'm excited about seeing Primo. I want to see Primo run the show, but also Malachi Branham, just because of how he plays with a certain pace. I want to see if he keeps that pace all throughout the game and does. You know how summer league gets somebody gets a rebound, they take off down the court. It's pretty much fast break basketball, AAU style. I want to see if Malachi, really takes advantage and keep the pace to his liking.
Yeah,
Um, Jordan Hall is one I want to see because the Jordan Hall signing, this guy's passing skills are up there. He can really pass, so I might want to see him play the three, but come bring the ball up, set the offense up, see how that goes.
Jordan Hall as a 6'8" guard is nice. That is something you certainly don't hate. There's a lot of interesting names on this roster. I mean, the Spurs have a guy in Sasha Stefanovic who played for Purdue, who can really light it up. When he gets hot, he is a fireball. He is a flamethrower. It is really fun to watch. Um, Javin Delorier out of Duke is like that was such an odd pickup to me. He's a 6'10" guy. He really just specializes in playing defense. He doesn't do much else from what I've seen, unless his offensive game has grown. But like Dominick Barlow is probably going to be the guy who is featured as the big man, and he's on this roster. He's listed at 6'10" for what that's worth. Um, but like, you got guys on this list. Some people might recognize some of these names, like Robert Woodard II. He played in the G League for a minute, I believe. Forward, I think that was a guy I had written about initially out of Mississippi State when he was coming out last year. Anthony Polite out of FSU. I mean, the San Antonio Spurs have a great track record drafting FSU guys, or well, I should say FSU has a great track record of getting their guys into the NBA. I mean, Devin Vassell has worked out for the Spurs so far. Scotty Barnes, FSU guy. There's quite a few in the league. So, I just it's very guard heavy. Even this lineup, they have Darius Days listed as a forward at 6'7", but Jordan Hall at 6'8" is listed as a guard. Robert Woodard is a forward. Josh Carlton, Delorier, forwards/centers, and then Jeremy Sohan would have been the other one, but Dominick Barlow is now the only other one. I mean, there's three or four forwards or centers on however many guys are on this roster. Was it 15 or so? So like even the summer league roster is a super heavy guard roster. So I'm wondering if some of these lineups or something similar to these lineups is something we'll see with the Spurs in the regular season. Not necessarily with the same guys, of course, but like really guard heavy lineups, just to see if they can get a speed advantage on guys, and like in summer league, go up and down the court and just see if they can get easy transition buckets. I mean, that's what summer league is a little bit, right? There's a little bit of experimentation there and figuring out figuring out how all these dudes who you just grabbed over the summer are going to play together, and then of course how your draftees are going to play together. So I have no idea what to expect with this Spurs team. Evan, I don't know if you have any expectations or what you hope to see, but I would be curious. And please end my rant.
No, you're good, man. You're going off. I don't really have any high expectations. I'm really curious to see what the Vegas line for this season has us predicting. Well, has us as I don't really know. It's going to be around 20, 21, 22, probably not even that. We're probably going to start off really slow, not have a lot of chemistry. But once maybe, I don't want to say an injury, but once we see someone step up, someone exceed expectations, and a chair is left for someone, whether, like I said, it's an injury or somebody not really stepping up and having like a whole hole in the team, we're going to see some games where Devin Vassell maybe goes off for 30 points. Maybe Josh Primo has his career high. Well, definitely a career high this year for sure, without a doubt with him. But, there's a lot of questions. Dieng may just be our starting center. We could be moving Jakob in one of these Kyrie or Kevin Durant trades. And literally this summer league and the summer league roster, it's a tryout. There's only a few two-way spots left. Robert Woodard, even though he was like the face of the Austin Spurs jersey and the self-promotion a couple weeks ago, he could get cut. He's one of the most solid G League level fringe third string level guys on this team. But if he gets outplayed by Don Barlow, but even some older guys, Jordan Hall, who was in the NBA draft combine last year, who got a couple promises. These guys are mature. These guys are NBA players for a reason. They're not just there to collect stats. They're there to represent, have a lot of bring a lot of intensity, and you can be replaced really quick. So look for a lot of how do I say this, Lucas Samanic type of moves, just like last year. I was shocked. I went to a preseason game. Next week, I got cut. You know what I'm saying? So look for some tough decisions to be made fairly soon.
I would also say that don't be surprised if after 2 games and maybe even 1 game, if certain guys play well enough, the Spurs just say, all right, we're shutting you down. We like what we saw. We don't need to see anything else. Let's not risk injuries here. We used first-round picks on you, specifically for Branham and Blake Wesley. If they show them everything that they were hoping to see in maybe 2 games, now you're talking about other guys getting opportunities to show out, like Jordan Hall, Kyler Edwards out of Houston, Anthony Polite, even Denzel Mahoney. I mean, you got a bunch of guys on this roster who a lot of these guys are fighting for potential G League spots, never mind, on an NBA roster. And frankly, some of these guys might even be fighting just to get a contract overseas. I mean, it's a great opportunity for them to go out there and get a contract from somebody. And that's what Summer League is for a lot of guys is, there will be teams that pick up local dudes or either to them or to Las Vegas, usually to their team, and then they travel with the team. And they help them out by getting them a contract overseas. So, again, don't be mad if kind of your star Summer League guys get shut down after a game or two. It's going to mean you get to watch guys you don't normally get to see, which is also kind of the point of Summer League anyway. So you get to see guys you don't normally see. Maybe you end up liking a guy you follow and you're like, oh, nice, you got a contract with a G League team, or, some other NBA team liked him enough, they're giving him a 2-way, or, he signed somewhere overseas. Like there's plenty of opportunities for guys out here. So, again, being mad online, not a good look for anybody. Don't do it. Would not suggest it. But, just cheer, have a good time, watch some Summer League games that once again mean absolutely nothing. All right. Everybody wants to talk about Chet having these amazing games. Yes, we should applaud that. But at the same time, he's not playing, legitimate NBA competition. There are some guys on that court. Yes, they will be playing on NBA teams. But for the most part, there's a lot of dudes playing in G League or overseas. And so some of these guys are going to look good. But in a situation like that, it's great because it tells you, all right, he's ready for the moment. He's probably ready for NBA games. That's kind of what you hope to see out of Wesley Branham. And certainly Josh Primo, especially if Josh Primo is going to be given lead guard duties. Is that, Evan, is that something you foresee happening where the Spurs say, hey, Josh Primo, you're basically our most tenured guy here. Go be the point guard.
Let me not say when because it's going to like I predicted it, but if Josh Primo has G League like performances, 4 turnovers and a half, and the Jordan Halls of the world, the other Blake Wesleys, anyone else that can run a point guard, I want to say outdo him, but really quote unquote show him how it's done. You're gonna see Primo solely as a shooting guard on this team. I get it. He can be a combo guard. He has intangibles, the playmaking ability, the no look passes, the dump downs. But just like Sohan, man, you want this kid to look good. This is our most pristine product. This is a nice shiny trophy that we have, that we found in the depths of the dirt, that we got to keep looking shiny. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow, I won't say any slander, but we can't allow people to say, man, Josh Primo, not looking too good for for what his pick was, for what his value is. So if a lot of pressure off him, off ball, catch and shoot, come off a box and screen, dribble handoffs. This dude can poster people. He can get up too. So look for a lot of plays to be utilized for him. Even that little alley-oop play they like to run with the center. He had a lot of plays with that in Jock last year. Look for that to be a thing right off the rip. So. And Ben, I know you have to go. You have to go in a couple minutes. So Javarius, Nico, if you guys have any closing remarks, anything you want to say, please let us know.
And if anybody else has anything.
Hey, what's your thoughts on that Roby pickup?
Oh, solid pickup. I liked him out of Nebraska. For him, it's going to come down to the classic swing skill of how well or how consistently can he hit the three. That's definitely going to be the biggest factor for him in getting legitimate playing time. He's 6'8". He's a good physical specimen, so he can bang around with other forwards. That won't be the problem. He rebounds it fairly well, but yeah, he's just got to prove that he can shoot, and I think he'll be fine. But that's one of those very incredibly low risk moves that the Spurs make, and they're like, if he pays off, great. If he doesn't, it costs us next to nothing.
Yeah, that was a great move. In all honesty, it was probably one of the most pristine moves you can make for Jeremy Sohan. There's a lot of power forwards on the market that you can sign that are going to be not only more expensive than Jeremy Sohan and his contract, but they're going to take away from him and not mentor him, not push him to his best ability. Isaiah Roby is exactly that. You're talking about someone still in that John Collins player build. Doesn't really put the ball on the floor, catch and shoot from three. Even has some clutch game closing threes. Granted, it's OKC and it was games in Portland. Nobody even watched, right? But who gives a damn? He can light it up when the lights are on and they're hot. So Isaiah Roby is, I don't want to say a proven NBA veteran, but I've seen a lot of slander. Like, he got cut from the worst team. I talked to OKC guys. They said he pretty much was the odd man out over Robinson Earl, Darius Baisley, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams.
They have a lot of front court guys, yeah.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on Isaiah Roby. He probably honestly wanted another opportunity because it got pretty crowded fairly quick. And he feels like he'll be a starter level power forward on a team. Not saying neat team, not a playoff team, but a team. And he probably will start before Sohan. Granted, that may piss people off, but you're giving somebody the matchup they need, the perfect size for him, defensive ability. If Jeremy Sohan can't outdo Isaiah Roby, can't outplay him, we have a problem.
I had a question about the height listings for the Spurs. So I see that we got Jeremy Sohan 6'8", Jordan Hall 6'8", and Joshua Primo. Even though he was standing next to Sean Elliott, at a presser, he looks a little taller. He is still listed at 6'4", I believe. And we got Malachi Branham at 6. A whole lot of 6'5" guys, we know that. But how recent are these height listings, and how often does it get done?
I think Primo is listed at 6'5" on the Summer League official site, for what that's worth. It's like the 2K23 Summer League. I think 2K is the sponsor of the league this year. He's listed at 6'5". So all the dudes who are rookies, those are updated because those are all from the combine. As far as some of the older guys who are not rookies, I'm honestly not sure. I imagine they get updated each year. I think it's like college where they have the guys come in for media day and they measure everybody so they can put them in the in the pamphlets for each game. If I'm wrong, Evan, please correct me, but that's my understanding of it. So they should be relatively up to date.
Yeah, I'll send you an updated one. I think Paul Garcia posted it about a few weeks ago. Josh Primo's definitely 6'8" with a little fro, but he's 6'6", bald headed. So at least he grew 2 good inches over the season last year. And he's probably still gonna keep growing. I kid you not. He could be 6'9" when it's all said and done. So, but yeah, I think that's it. We do have to close things out a little bit early today. We do enjoy everyone stopping by. I know this was a quick space, but we'll be back during the summer league. Probably maybe a post game space, depending on how we play, depending on how it goes. But if you guys have any questions, concerns, feel free to DM us at any point in time. Make sure you follow Ben at _Bornstein. He's posting a bunch of rookie reports, summer league articles, just to get ready for the season, because we're gonna be bad. We gotta prepare ourselves. For the best, but for the worst record in the league at the same time. So, Nico, Tavarius, pretty sure a lot of other people joined us earlier. That I forgot to mention. Thank you guys for stopping by. Ben, you have any closing remarks?
No. Once again, thanks for joining us. Yeah, if we might, if some big Spurs news drops, hopefully there's a trade somewhere in here. We'll definitely be on the spaces. We'll let you guys know, give you guys instant reaction. It's what we do. Evan, with a little more reaction than the rest of us sometimes. Love you. But that's it for us. We'll see you guys, hear you guys next time, and go Spurs, go.